The middle of nowhere. There is a train station in the middle of nowhere in Japan with no entrance or exit. The station is called Seiro Miyaharashi and is only accessible to passengers who are passing through it by train. It exists so passengers can step off and admire the view of the Nishiki River and the surrounding forest. Public transport in Japan. Bus drivers in Japan went on strike but continued to drive their routes while refusing to take fares from passengers, so keeping Japan on time but costing the bus companies gas on top of lost revenue. They also apologized after one train departed 25 seconds too early, a mistake which is told commuters was truly inexcusable. Queen Elizabeth II can't sit on the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones. Queen Elizabeth II visited the set of Game of Thrones, but she wasn't allowed to sit on it because of an obscure rule. It turns out there's an old and relatively irrelevant rule which states that the ruling monarch can't sit on a foreign throne. Despite this throne being a work of fiction, the Queen is obviously a stickler for the rules and declined to sit on the Iron Throne. A 400-year-old tree. When a thief stole an old Japanese bonsai tree, the bonsai master gave out instructions on how the thief could care for the plant so it doesn't die, as he felt it was his child. The tree was a rare 400-year-old Shimpaku tree, a star of the bonsai world, which was due to be entered in a Japanese beauty competition this month. The prize Shimpaku alone was worth over $90,000. In Uganda, around 48% of the population is under 15 years of age. Uganda has a total population of 42.7 million inhabitants, meaning there are around 20 million people under the age of 15 living there. If you were to expand the age to just 30, that brings the percentage up to 77%. One of the reasons this number is so high is that the population is rapidly expanding, as there were just 5 million people in Uganda in 1950. There are only 2 times that we know that snow fell in the Sahara Desert. February 18, 1979 was a special day for residents of Ain Sefra, a town in Algeria at the edge of the Sahara Desert. It was special because it was the first time snow could be seen falling in the Sahara Desert for as long as anyone can remember. It snowed for just 30 minutes, and the snow, of course, rapidly melted. Since then, there's been just one case of it happening again on December 19, 2016. Can't wait for the next snow, cold, sand, warm day. Why not? The city of Why Not, North Carolina, has its name because its residents argued over what to call it. After listening to many people make suggestions by saying, "Why not name it?" someone finally stood up and said, "Why not name the town Why Not? And then we can go home." And so they did. Blue houses. In 2011, to promote the Smurfs movie, Sony temporarily painted the traditional Pueblo Blanco home of Jescar, Spain to a bright blue. Though it was meant to be a temporary publicity stunt, the change significantly boosted tourism in the area. The residents were so happy with the increase in tourism that they voted to keep the village blue permanently. St. Lucia is the only country in the world named after a woman. This island has actually been continuously inhabited since at least 200 AD, but wasn't discovered by Europeans until the 16th century. Legend has it that French sailors were shipwrecked on December 13, 1502, and became stranded on the island. As December 13 is St. Lucy's Day, they named the island in honor of her. Stonehenge for sale. In 1915, Cecil Chubb bought the Stonehenge at an auction for £6,600 as a present for his wife, who was not pleased with the gift because she wanted him to buy a set of curtains instead. In 1918, Mr. Chubb donated the Stonehenge to the nation with the condition that the locals shall have free access to the premises, and for outsiders the entry fee should never exceed 1 shilling.